Welcome back to More Days with Dita, where I'm reading out of Dita Von Teese's beauty book, Your Beauty Mark. This chapter, we're talking all about exercises and what she does to stay fit. And this little segment is called When Exercise Begins with S, if you know what I mean. An orgasm a day keeps the doctor away, promised Mae West. In love and writing, Mae was prolific. On sex, health, and ESP, her 1975 book, published about 5 years before she died, at age 87, there is even a chapter entitled Sexercises. 3 decades later, gynecologist Dr. Arnold Kegel published his findings on the benefits of exercises involving contraction and relaxation of the pelvic floor muscles. The benefits are more than just sexual. And even now, the so-called Kegel exercises are considered another aid in the anti-aging arsenal. Endorphins released during orgasm stimulate immune system cells that can target wrinkles along with combating illnesses. 30 minutes of making whoopee burns 150 to 350 calories, while an hour of kissing can smoke 200 calories. That is the equivalent of a brisk half-hour stroll. Times that by 5 every week, and it's only a matter of time before the pencil skirt slips right on or off. After all, being sexy isn't about one look any more than it is about one thing. For me, it can be about gorgeous lingerie, stockings, and garters, but it's not because I want men to approve. It's what I like. Ultimately, it's about what makes you personally feel sexy and confident, plus a smile is always part of the equation. After my divorce, I spent nearly a year being celibate. Ironic, I know, considering I flirt with sexual imagery in my work as a burlesque performer, pinup, and lingerie designer. I needed to get the past out of my system. When I did, I was finally emotionally and mentally available for meeting Mr. Right, and for that internal chemistry needed for sexual desire. I enjoy life's roller coasters, and nowhere does the ride turn wilder than when it comes to love. Dear reader, we might not share the same hair color or lipstick shade, but matters of the heart are universal. Take solace in knowing that Betty Grable, Ava Gardner, and Lana Turner were women with adventurous love affairs and big heartaches. Even in love, there can be heartache. But just as the road less traveled can be more challenging, it can also be gads more fun. So live and love. Which leads to another prized quote from Mae West. I'm single because I was born that way. I fucking love Mae West. What a spirit animal. And then she's also including a conversation with Mary Windsor. She's a Pilates instructor and I guess a studio owner as well in Hollywood. She said, after nearly a decade of practicing Pilates at various studios, I learned of Mary Windsor's studio in Hollywood. I have been a disciple ever since. Mary is responsive to my end goal, how I look in a G-string. She understands that I don't want a six-pack and I definitely don't want to do 500 crunches a day. Here she takes breaks and takes 5 from an afternoon workout to talk shop. This is from Mary or Mari. Dita is an amazing performer. To performers, movement comes naturally. They are concerned about the way they look because they are on stage and know all eyes on the audience are on them, and even those backstage are judging them. When you meet someone for the first time or 15th time, what's the first thing they look at? Certainly it's not your eyes. They look at the whole package. They look at your presence, how you hold yourself. Then comes the figure, then the personality, but first comes the whole package and how you carry it. I've worked with individuals in every condition, from the American Ballet Theater dancer to a woman who hadn't worked out in years. I believe a woman needs to get fit for herself. Pilates gives the body a long, lean line and inner strength, and it's good for everyone. Joseph Pilates, who was a former gymnast, bodybuilder, and boxer, and circus performer, was actually quite sick as a child. He suffered from rickets, asthma, and rheumatoid fever. Before he was a teenager, he decided to change all of that. Later in 1925, he and his wife Clara, whom he met on a ship from Germany to America, arrived in New York, where they opened their studio and introduced a regimen based on strengthening the core muscles and aligning the spine. It was great for rehabilitating injuries from dancing and sports, and legends flocked to his studio. I danced professionally for decades and long practiced Pilates. The exercises I teach don't require fancy equipment. The focus is on the powerhouse, the core muscle group of abdominal, back, and buttock regions. It is about toning and defining muscles, developing a sculpted look, and most importantly, increasing flexibility. It's great for longevity. I'm 65 and I'm still at it. Strength is sexy. Totally agree. It's about how you present yourself, how you carry yourself, your posture. It doesn't matter if you're a bit overweight. Many women just stop exercising. They figure, what's the use? I don't have time. I don't have energy. What matters is that you take the time, even just 15 minutes a day for yourself. Jumpstart the day with a few stretches and exercises in the morning, or close the door to your office and take 15 minutes then. It's better than a disco nap or more coffee. You'll perform better. It's all about connections, making the connections from the tip of your toes to the top of your head, the connections between mind and body, the connections between movement and feeling fit, between you and someone else. It's about how you perform in everyday life. I agree with this. I've been thinking a lot about that this year when I've been back in the gym really steady, and I've decided I'm never letting myself down again. Why on earth would the one thing that fell off be taking care of myself and making sure I'm in the gym and moving my body and getting stronger? That doesn't make any sense. So, people that are always like, I don't have time, I don't have the energy, make the time. Make the time, even if it's just a little bit of time, 15 minutes. So I love that advice. Like, don't let yourself be the one thing that slips. Like, pick something else. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.